For the time is drawing near for us to join you.
Please prepare us, for the time is drawing near for us to join you.
One Raccoon Nation!
One Raccoon Nation!
What Raccoon Nation? What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to the Ruthless Roundtable. And as Jay put in the comments, are you ready to rock a douchey? Okay, what's good, Jay? How you doing?
Yeah, what's good? What's going on? Y'all ready to rock a douchey or what, man? Yeah, it's coming down to the wire. Last episode, but we're going to talk about this 17 real quick. You already know we're going to talk about each and every nook and cranny. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Tika, for putting this together. You already know how we do. Family, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I know y'all been waiting all day. Y'all want to hear our thoughts. We want to hear your thoughts too. So welcome to the Ruthless Roundtable, family. And yes, to the Raku.
Okay.
With Elder Mama.
Elder Mother Marva out here putting out these fake prayers, and River's looking at her like, and looking at everybody else like, do y'all realize what this prayer is really saying? Like, this broad is trying to send us to the Raku, like, right now. Like, y'all don't even understand.
Don't have no idea. They just reciting whatever she's saying. It was like, where you come up with this one, huh? Where you come up with this one, Elder Mother? Huh? Where you come up with this one? Wild.
Right. She could have kept that prayer to herself. For sure. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys so much for tapping in, tuning in, and engaging already with us. Shout out to Renee Beckham. Shout out to Nicole Maldonado. Shout out to Karima Khadija. Shout out to did I say Renee Beckham? Yeah, you was at the top. So shout out to A Baby. Hey, listen, I'll probably get copyright strike on that one, so let me just hush. I like
nah, you won't. You good. I've been saying it all this time.
What's good? Okay, cool. Soul Robinson. Okay, so we thank y'all. We just want to thank y'all so much for coming in and tapping in, tuning in, engaging with us automatically off the top. Y'all know how to speak when y'all come to somebody's house, and we appreciate y'all. Y'all got manners, so we appreciate y'all. For those of you that are just watching, we appreciate you as well. Your presence is literally our presence. So thank you all for being here tonight. And we just gonna dive in to Tyler Perry's Ruthless, Season 5, Episode 17. Now, y'all know I got a lot of slides. Y'all know I come with a lot of slides. However, we are not going to go over every single slide unless Jay say rock with it. You know what I mean? So
we doing highlights, and if we get we doing highlights. If we get into it, family, y'all know how we do. We've been doing this for a while. So y'all know how we move, you know what I'm saying? Once we get into the conversation, whatever it's about, y'all dive in. You know what I mean? Because this is very, very intense. This one, very, very, very intense.
Very. And this episode was definitely entitled Into the Blackness. And oh my God, listen, the whole episode was black, dark, deep seated into some stuff that had me crying, had me cussing. Like I was on a whole emotional roller coaster, Jay. What? Any particular thoughts about the episode in a whole?
Man, so, we talked about it, and I've chopped it up with a couple of folks. We know what we're watching. We have to remember what we're watching. This is Tyler Perry's Ruthless. We've been watching it for 5 years now. We know it's dark, but when you are touching or when you are hitting up the children, that's when it really... It's like, yo, hold up, man. Especially Callie, bruh. Like, I think all of us, like, our hearts just sank all the way to the bottom of our bodies. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's dark, family, but we got to remember what we're watching. Again, no children were harmed in the production of this right here. Okay, it's just a show. But we know it's very emotional. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop the emotions. Because, we become attached, of course, to Ruth and Ruth's mission to get Callie out of this whole thing. So, yeah. I feel everybody's pain. I feel everybody's emotion on this. I'm with you on this. I will not debate anything when it comes down to feeling the way you feel. I'm with you guys. I'm with everybody on how y'all feel. Yeah.
Other than the fact that Callie is not still alive, I need y'all to just come to grips. Baby girl
Yeah,
is gone. She gone. That's
she
all I can
gone.
say. She's gone.
She
There's
gone.
no coming back.
Yeah, we heard all the
So
theories like, no, somebody ran up and took it off of her and replaced themselves, and she's still alive. No, fam. No, she at the Raku right now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And she was all down for it. She became a martyr, man. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild to even think that this would happen. But again, we talked about it. We predicted it. We said that something she was going to do something to sacrifice her life. 8 months ago, we said it.
mm-hmm,
So here we are. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even see we didn't see the episode, family. We didn't know,
right.
but we knew that Callie was going to do something.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
just kind of revisiting a little bit on episode 16 when Ruth and Callie were in the trailer, the children's trailer. Did you think that Callie had kind of came back to herself and recognized her mom when she was like, "Mommy"? And then all of a sudden, once she saw Obadiah come back into the room, it was like, "My name is Ruby." So do you think that for a second she actually recognized that Ruth is her mother, and she was ready to go along with what Ruth was saying?
Yeah, she snapped out of it. Ruth snapped her out of it. You know what I'm saying? And she was Callie for like 2.2 seconds, and you know how the headmaster does. This guy, okay, brainwash and trances. He knows how to put on trances on people, because we saw that with Lewis. Remember how he rang the bell, or he had Elder Mother ring the
Mm-hmm.
bell, and then
Yeah.
Lewis was just like, I'm here, whatever you wish for me to do, I'm under your command. It was like, whoa, this dude really got in his head and put a trance on him. So he put a trance on all of those kids for however long he did. You know what I'm saying? What's up to the fan? What up, what up, what up? Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
Yeah.
snapped
What's
out
up,
of it.
Monique? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay. So in the beginning of the episode, we're seeing that the FBI recognizes that Callie has on a C4 vest. And they're like, "Oh heck no, we got to get the heck up out of here. We've got to
Yeah.
pull back." The Mariah realizes, dang, is she wearing the bump? But Mariah want to stand there and watch. And James is like, "Girl, we got the bag. We have the bag back. Like, if not, we're gonna be jacked up. Like, girl, do you not
Right.
know what C4 does?" So he kind of snapped her into a reality of, okay, let me get the heck back. But within that conversation, we all also realized that the Raku wannabes have made their way uphill away from all of the blackness, and they
Mm-hmm.
aren't privy to seeing this little girl wrapped up in this whole C4 vest.
Right.
Any thoughts on just the whole conversation between the FBI as well as Mariah? Mariah and James, they gonna do their own thing. What up, people?
I mean, Mariah again, we love Sammy Ray, but the character, we're talking about Mariah, the character, very thirsty for story, very thirsty for this whole story. Again, the footage that she got of Lacey taking herself out with the fire and everything around the campus was taken by the FBI. So she's trying to get everything that she can get for her Pulitzer Prize, right? So she was be willing to stand right in front of a kid with a bomb in order to get this footage, you know what I'm saying? Which is ridiculous. But thank God, James, that's my name. He said, "Hey, get behind this trailer. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you, girl? Okay, that's enough. We got enough. You know what I mean? But FBI, they had no wins. They had nothing. They couldn't do nothing. They were never in control. Never in control. The highest was in full and total control. They acted like they was in control. Acted like they was going to do something. They ain't going to do nothing. Oh yeah, let's get the best person, right. Please. Best person for what? To get blown up with? Come on, man. Crazy.
Yeah, Miller was not on his A, B, or C game.
Nor Duncan.
They felt, they talked so much trash about Desiree, and even Duncan. Like, y'all are not making correct decisions. We're gonna get a little bit more into that, but we do have this moment right here where River is, he's trying to get the Hayes to talk to the FBI, and the Hayes is like, "We don't talk to FBI, bruh. You did talk to the FBI a little while ago. But at the end of the day, you just refused because you had to talk to somebody when, well, actually, River did. I did say this though. River was the one that was always communicating with the FBI, and this is where the FBI actually made their mistake by allowing the highest to talk to the FBI. But he did, the highest did talk to the FBI one time in the trailer, and then that's when his wheels just went to spinning. That's when his wheels went to spinning. The FBI is here. The FBI is here. It's time for which plane you want to do, A or B.
Yeah, the crossover
Check yes
or
or
the
no on your
unthinkable.
paper.
Yeah, the crossover of the unthinkable.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, you got plans? Oh, boy. Yeah, this has been planned for a very long time. If the FBI shows up, these are the two plans we're going to implement. But yeah, your boy Duncan, man, there's only but so much he could do. Like I'm realizing, like, yeah, what'd you say?
No, go ahead.
Now I'm realizing that the FBI, again, they are on the end of trying to save, but they don't have control of nothing. So what you brought in a negotiator? He negotiated nothing. He negotiated bringing out the child, Callie, and that's it. But lo and behold, they ain't know he's gonna have some C4 on him. Like, you know, the highest got tricks up his sleeve, man.
Yep.
You know, Miller thought it was all a wrap. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the girl. At least we're gonna get somewhere. You're not getting nothing, bro. This dude is psychotic. And shout out to Desiree though, because she's trying to tell him. She's trying to tell these good old boys, look, this dude is crazy and he's intelligent. So you gotta know who you're messing with. Nah, let's just run up in there, dummies.
Yep. And she told him, look, because Duncan was like, well, we don't want to have another Waco situation on our hands where we had over, or was it Jim Jones, where we had over 70, or we don't want to do like Waco and wait for so long, 40 something days, and be out there not doing anything. And that's when Desiree and Cal was like, well, listen, we got over 600 people lives in our hands, so we don't want to just drop off in there and then everybody, they unalive themselves, because everybody, these people are loyal. They are literally loyal to this whole Raku thing. They're loyal to the highest. They will fight for him, and they will take us out and then take themselves out, or take themselves out. Either way, somebody is going to end up unalive.
Right.
So they decide to call this whole bomb agent, this new FBI bomb agent who
What'd you call it? What'd you call it in your live? The Kaboom?
The Kaboom agent. Who sent his friend, like, you sent a female, you jerk. You sent a female to go. Aren't you specialized in weaponry anyway?
But he's like the head guy.
Like, they just overusing the female.
Yeah, he's the head guy, so he's like, all right, I'm not going in. You go in. So, oh boy. Coward. Little coward.
That part, man. Yeah, I have really strong opinions, but this moment right here, where the highest is having a conversation with River, or after the highest is done talking to River, Obadiah snakingly walks up and says, you know, because of course he's watching in the background with this big grin on his face. I don't trust River. I don't trust, like, putting that seed, that bad seed in his head. You see what Ruth did. I don't trust him. You know, I don't trust River.
Yeah.
And now the highest has that moment of doubt in his head, and it's a doubt of Ruth, and then there's the doubt of River actually being who he claims to be, the Daikon.
Yeah. Obadiah is just the headmaster, manipulator. He's the devil. He is the devil. Like, if you ever known somebody to just be an agitator or instigator, that's him. That's the dude you want to stay away from. Don't be friends with people like that, man. They just always instigating and always, oh man, you see what they did? Oh, you gonna take that? You know, you gonna take that? You heard what he said about you? BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an instigator. You trying to start negative. That's Obadiah right there. Stay away from people like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate people. I despise people like that.
Yeah. And my other thing was, what was the purpose of Simkowski being there? Like, Simkowski offered no advice, no insight, nothing. He was just there, and I was just like, why? Like, you're literally only there throwing your little shade, And I call him Slim Shady because all he was doing was throwing shade at Desiree the whole time.
Yeah.
And then he realized once she broke it down to him that, yeah, we really living in some, wait, what's the word? And I had it in my head, but he said Stockholm syndrome. He said they're literally living in some Stockholm syndrome. And she's like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Like, this is what it is. These people are not playing.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, he had nothing to offer, nothing. He's just there flapping his gums. Let's just go up in there. Just being the machismo, that guy. Oh yeah, we got him around so he could be the idiot to be like, yeah, let's just run up in there. You have no idea what you're running into, guy. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go somewhere.
That part. We do see a moment where Elder Mother has pulled up, and I thought she was gonna be upset that they have the little girl Callie, that they have her at the gate, because the way she was looking, she was like, well, who is that, and what's going on? And but I thought she was gonna be big mad about it, but she do not care about the children. This is probably why her children don't mess with her either. But she is just, oh well, we got to make a meal. I'm like, you gonna eat? Because somebody get ready to
we gonna celebrate.
Unalive. You gotta eat for that.
Yo, she honestly rolled. She honestly rolled over like she just came from the bathroom. Yo, she was like, what's going on? Who? Oh, what? But yeah, man, you're right. She don't care. Let's eat. Let's celebrate. I mean, again, this is what they were promised from the beginning. Like, that's what the highest convinced them. Like, one day we're all going to go to the Raku. So if someone goes, we're going to celebrate them. We're going to celebrate them because they crossed over before we did. Sick in the head. Exactly.
Right.
Just crazy. Exactly, y'all. Insane.
And she offers this whole, he tells her to give us a chant or whatever, but she was praying because we on our way to the Raku and cover us and protect us and protect and one more thing, protect us when we get there, escort us into the gates of the Raku. Like, what the heck?
Make sure you had that,
and this is that moment where I was looking. This is that moment where River was like, y'all don't even know what y'all are saying.
Right.
Like, y'all don't understand that this lady is telling you all that we're about to make our way to the Raku.
That's right.
We about to we don't know exactly when. We don't know the date, the hour or the minute. Like, now they're trying to get out the Bible.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. Don't be quoting those scriptures over here.
Okay.
I'm going to get on you on that.
Devil. Yep. So Elder Mother has said her prayer. People were asking if the young lady behind the highest was the Ruth. Nah, she just was Ruth. And I was like, no, she just had similar failure features. Yeah. But Ruth is definitely popped up in the punishment trailer right now.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people keep asking that.
Yeah, I heard that too. No. I heard that too. Did you see Ruth next? I thought she was. Nah, they just favor. Just high cheekbones. She pretty. She pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so outside the gate, we see where old boy Franklin is, he preparing to go inside of the Rakadushi compound. But then we also see inside the gate, we see Ben, who is making his way over to that gate to give Franklin a note. And the note is going to say, the highest is cool with y'all coming in. Just hold tight. We're going to make provisions for you all to come onto the compound. Did you have any other thoughts on what Ben was actually doing, or did you really feel like he's doing some shady stuff for the Rakadushi or the Obadiah and the Rakadushi?
It's hard to tell with this guy because, anytime somebody's overly enthusiastic about something, they usually have an agenda or there's some backstory to it or there's some back plot to it, right? That's what we know about Ruthless, and that's what we know about most shows, right? Most shows is like, yeah, I'm with you, and behind, they got their fingers crossed like, I ain't with him. I'm just saying I'm with him. You know what I'm saying? You know how.
Right.
So,
right.
Again, as we move further along in the episode, we are going to talk about the whole, his look and stare at Elder Mava Supreme. We'll talk about that in a minute. But he seems overly enthusiastic, which makes me not trust him at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made
Right.
who made you the leader and the spokesman of the people roll up in there? You know what I'm saying? So then he's like, yeah, to the Raku, and now he's leading the crew, which sparks, you know, Callie to start. I was so sad when she was doing this because I knew what was about to happen. Like, I knew it was about to happen. I was like, no, don't chant, Callie. Don't do it, Ruby. Yeah.
Yep. It was
Yeah.
almost like her brain was programmed to,
Program.
as soon as she hear that, all hail the highest, all hail the highest, all hail the Raku.
Right.
I'm on my way. Make room for me. I'm on my way. And so
Wow.
I was, that gave me the chills.
Wow.
That gave me the creeps as well. We see where they are just realizing that Callie is over there with a C4 vest
Yeah.
on. And they're like, what are we gonna do? Like, they always talking about we gotta get up out of here sooner than later. But what's your plan? Y'all could be trying to get out of there right now. You the daikon. You could anyway. We're gonna get to that because he was not doing his job, and his job could have actually got him off the compound had he done his job the right way.
My question is, when Zane and Ruth found the C4, why didn't they take it and hide it or bury it or do? You know they was gonna do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just hit it and just ran. And you didn't tell anybody. You didn't say nothing. You just ran. It was like, oh my God. Like, come on, man. Like, crazy. Like, if it was me and I'm trying to get my baby off this campus, I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that whatever they're trying to do, which is to unalive all of us, I want to make sure they don't find anything that's going to make that happen. You know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I hate it.
Wow.
Yeah. They just weren't thinking. They weren't thinking. But we see Ruth, and she is in the punishment trailer with Andrew, and she had the nerve to try to read him for filth. But he turned that thing back around and was like, I'm locked in. I was lost at one time, but now I'm clear. Before I even worked for the FBI, I was in the military. But before that, I was in a life of, you weren't expected to make it as a man who I am. You weren't expected to make it. And then I went to the military. I was successful in the military. Then I joined the FBI, and I ended up with this assignment. I was here in the beginning. I was here for an assignment, but then found out my wife had cheated on me. He was like breaking it down to her. Like, I know it's a lot of things that I did. Yeah, I was seated. They're gonna throw that in his face all the time. He didn't come out and straight up say, I was seated, but it was like, look, I was in there. Anyway, this is what it is. But he turned that thing around and said, how could y'all bring y'all babies up in this craziness? Like, why are you trying to talk about me? How could you even bring your child up in here? And of course, Ruth was like, well, that's something I'm gonna have to live with for the rest of my life. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, he said he was in the streets, and then this was his first big assignment, right? So he ain't really know what to do. He was just doing what he was being told, and then he fell in love with Tally. And then he fell in love. And so it was all foggy to him, right? You fell in love and you was married, dog. But you knew that Malcolm was smashing, your wife. I forgot her name. But
Sarah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can understand. Like, you in here on assignment, your wife getting smashed by your coworker. I'll be foggy too. I'll be looking for love too. Like, yo, F her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was on. He was on like, yo, F my wife. Like, oh, Tally, I love you. And then turn around, Tally did what she did with Bus Boy, and that just broke his heart. You know what I'm saying? That just messed him up, which he didn't mention. He didn't mention that part. You know what I'm saying? Right. I guess they didn't have enough time. But yeah, Tally was supposedly pregnant with his child. You know what I'm saying? But then turn around, she having sex with what's his name? The bus guy.
Yancey.
Yancey. Yeah. I remember him. Crazy, man. He scumbag Yancey along with scumbag Manny. They all scumbags. They all scumbags, But man, yo, you brought your kids here though. What you gotta say about that? Huh? Don't put it on me.
Nothing. She was stuck.
Yeah.
She'll live with it for the rest of her life, just like she said. Then we have George and Lewis. And why Eli took them from out of hiding, I don't know. This scene, honestly, I try to give every scene a purpose, but I honestly just didn't understand why he would take them out of hiding and then tell them to go back and hide. Like, you could have said that around the corner. Like, you couldn't have told them around the corner, stay where you at. I'm gonna go and do what I do, and then I'll be back to get y'all. I try to bring y'all some food, but they came. Somebody reminded me that when you have a wound, because I was like, George was just standing up straight in the punishment trailer. Now he bent all over. But then they reminded me that when you have an open wound, and it's scraping against clothing or whatever it could be, it will irritate it. So yes. I understood that part.
Yes.
Did you find a rhyme or reason in this moment, Jay?
From a cinematographer standpoint, it was probably too dark around the corner. So let's bring you guys into the light so you can have a conversation. It's not going to make sense, similar to them kidnapping the highest and then stopping in the middle of the woods to have a conversation with the highest. You know what I'm saying? Didn't make sense, but it all played into everything else that needed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I think, hey, around the corner, if you look in the back, it's just too dark over there. Come on out. Oh, you're my angel. Thank you. God bless you. You know, you still believe in God? Yeah, of course, man. This place made me believe in God more. Okay, thank you for that message. Now take your ass back and don't move. Don't pee. He said, don't pee, don't move, don't drink, don't eat, don't do nothing. I'm going to come back for y'all. So we'll see if that happens. I mean, we wanted to know where they were. I thought they were long gone by now, but no, right. they couldn't be because the guards are still around and the FBI is still around and everybody's still around. So, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But I do like the truth that he told about now. Mm-hmm. He'll be basically questioning religion. That was Eli. Mm-hmm. He's gonna question religion now at this point because of what he endured on the Rakadushi compound. And, seeing all the evil that was on the Rakadushi compound, which was supposed to be based off of love and religion and God, yes. quote unquote, their God. And, mm-hmm. All of that is going to, it's changing. It's definitely going to change them.
I see you, baby.
For sure.
You out. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it's going to change everybody, if they still alive, if they make it out alive,
Yep. We're gonna send our prayers, not the Raku prayers, but we're gonna send our prayers to him.
Well, Lewis believe in Jesus, so we gonna send. We know who to talk to. We know who to hit up.
Right.
They don't want to listen to Desiree, and Desiree has all the answers, man. Like tripping.
Yeah, she tried to tell him, you got to go slow. You got to, it might take us some time, but you have to move slow. And they try to, dog her. Oh, you didn't even have a plan. We did have a plan, y'all, but mm-hmm. y'all don't want to listen to what our plan was, which was to basically, to me, it seemed like their plan was to go slow with it, communicate through River, quote unquote, Daikon, and then get to the highest. But he wanted to go straight to talking to the highest. He already pissed the highest off one time in the trailer. And this fool want to talk to the highest again. So River, the phone's just ringing. And River's saying, okay, I'll try my best to, get you to talk to the highest. But as River is finishing up this conversation, he gets swung on and the blicky pointed at him by your boy Obadiah, who's the new Daikon in my eyes, because you remember old Daikon used to pull up on everybody just out of nowhere like a damn ninja. And here's the Obadiah pulled up. What are you doing? Like, please, somebody poke him. Poke.
Man, poke. He loved knocking down River, boy. He loved hitting on that boy. And River ain't hitting back. I said that in one of my videos. River, hit him back. Like, come on, man. Why you scared of this dude? This dude is the big red boogeyman right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is. The big red boogeyman, just everywhere and nowhere at the same time, listening in, just creeping. But yeah, man. I mean, if I was the highest, if we really flipped the script, if I was the highest, he's the best man for the job. He should be Daikon, for real, because he know everything, and River don't know jack. Even Anthony didn't really know that much. Like, he knew stuff, but he wasn't hip to the way that Obadiah is hip. Obadiah is looking and seeing freaking drones in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody else see that. Wow. Crazy.
Blocking footage on cameras, everything.
Yeah.
Deleting stuff. Just he's aware. But see, that's not the highest. I mean, that's not Obadiah's mission. Obadiah's mission, and I feel like Obadiah was the man that the highest owed the money to, so he could purchase the hotel. Which is why I feel like Obadiah. That was the only reason why he stuck around on the compound as long as he did, other than to get into the highest's head. But if you remember when Obadiah and River were taking their showers, Obadiah was talking about getting that money. So to me, Obadiah is just as crooked as anybody else that's trying to get the money off the Rockadusha compound. And the other mistake that Rivers made was that he should have went to the highest and be like, look, I know that's your boy, I know that's your friend, your partner, whatever you want to call him, Papa, ex-Papa, step-Papa, whatever you want to call him, but this man wanted to try to steal your money. But River trying to keep everything to himself, thinking it might turn around on him. He says nothing, and now he ends up in this situation.
Well, see, River's position is always in question. So because of that, if he did go to the highest would automatically flip on him, because even with defeating Andrew, he still don't trust River. And that's because Headmaster is in his head for real. Like, he is planted that seed. That seed is rooted and growing in the highest's mind. Don't trust River Khan at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Sweet River. Sweet River.
Yeah. So the highest is River pulls up to the highest, and he's telling him, this is the moment he's actually telling him about the FBI wanting to talk to him, and the highest is like, we don't talk to the FBI. That makes us look weak. We don't talk to them, bro. You just actually talked to them a minute ago. So now we looking weak. So anyway, he does end up talking to Millard, and he's telling Millard, well, we gonna make a trade. If you want this child, and the name of the child is Ruby, of course. If you want this child, you got to let my people at the front gate in. And in actuality, I'm really not trying to trade anything with you. But only thing I want is my Ruthless, my Rockadusha wannabes at the front gate. I want them to come on into the compound because we need more. We want more people.
More people to drink Kool-Aid so y'all can go to the Raku. Wow.
Pretty much.
Crazy.
And so this whole time that the highest is, talking to Miller, this is supposed to be a distraction prior to not looking at Ruby and to be talking to Millard. And it's halfway. Yeah. It was halfway successful until your boy Obadiah, who loves sneaking around corners, pull up. It's like your highest. They're getting close to Ruby. Well, but before we get to that part, because of course this slide would be here first. This is that moment where Bebe was saying that the highest, or that Obadiah calls River Sweet River. Simply because they don't like him. He goes to find out why they're even in the punishment trailer, and at first they didn't want to say anything because they thought they would be in trouble because they was out there clouding River. That's why they in the punishment trailer. And then finally breaks it down to him. What really happened was they were laughing at him, clowning him, and so he put him in the punishment trailer. That's really all they did. And so the highest was like, Obadiah was like, so y'all hate him just as much as I do, huh? He's building his team.
Man, everything is falling into place for Obadiah, because nobody's ever really respected River, right? He's not a soldier, playing like he's Daikon. He got a whole lot of bark, no bite. Like, who is River ever like unalive? Has River unalive anybody? I don't remember it. Never. He's never unalived anybody.
People during he beat the brakes off of Daikon, the other Daikon, Anthony Daikon, when he did the public punishing,
the torture,
public judgment, and all of that.
Yeah, but he ain't never like take nobody out like that. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are soldiers. They've probably unalived some folks. They don't respect him. They think he's weak. And they still think he's weak. So this is just playing right into Obadiah's hands. Come on, join the team, because we going against Sweet River, and eventually we going to go against the highest because I'm going to take over. That's where it's going. That's where it's going. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Obadiah say jump, and everybody else say how high. Then we see Agent Jones, Sheila Jones. We find out that she is a bomb expert. She knows how to disassemble a bomb, and it's her time now to shine. Literally, she's gonna shine, all right. And so, yeah, she
her
is
time for dirt.
Yeah, pretty much.
About to take a dirt nap.
But you know, this FBI bomb tactic squad, I call them tactic squad. They're, you know, he's putting the plan together. All right, Agent Jones, you're gonna go over there to the little girl. You're gonna walk slow. You're gonna take your time, and you're gonna get that kaboom off her, that bomb off her as fast as you can. And in the meantime, this is where I think this is that moment where the highest, this Obadiah. Now we at that moment where Obadiah is like, they're moving in close to Cali. And then the highest says, this is all on you. It's your fault, basically. And he pulls out a cell phone, another cell phone. Obadiah pulls out that other cell phone, said, fly eagle, eagle fly, whatever he said. And next thing you know, Jesus.
So look, this is where I wanted a little bit more attention to detail. If you watch the movie The Hurt Locker, when they was going to defuse bombs, they had tactical gear on, bomb gear on. I wanted to see, you know, the female, you know, FBI that was going to go in and do that, have all that on. Now, you just went in there with a freaking FBI jacket. Like, you was going to get blown up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I would have loved to see her in the gear and possibly survive, or just, you know, that's just me. That's just me. I want to see some gear.
Yeah, and that would make it make sense. However, they didn't do that. And everything went kaboom. Everything went to shaking. That was the end of baby girl Callie.
Dang.
Ruth immediately, and everybody, every video that I've been listening to, everybody's pretty much gathered that Ruth is gonna get sick, and she's gonna start saying something isn't right, something isn't right. She knows something is really not right. She starts vomiting and all of that stuff, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, like what the hell? Like what the heck?
Maternal
Like what the
instinct.
heck is going on?"
She know her baby gone. She just don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how y'all mamas do.
It's a
We
feeling.
talked about it. Yeah.
It's a feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a feeling. We know it's a feeling you have when something's not right with your child. You know, as a mother, you know something's not right.
Yeah.
So everybody is seeing it. River, Zane, Joan, they're saying, "Oh my God, you know, baby girl Callie is gone." And now they got to figure out which one is gonna tell which one is gonna tell Ruth, which one of them is gonna tell Ruth. And they come to the conclusion that Joan has to be the one to tell Ruth. Why Joan? I don't know. This grimacing grin on this monster's face annoyed the heck out of me. Like you literally laughing at the unalivement of a child. He's sick, and the highest is sick as well.
Well, I mean, that's his stepfather, so he raised him. You know what I'm saying? He's sick in the head, man. Crazy.
Yep. So let me it's that moment she feeling sick. Let me read this comment. We'll go to the comments for a second.
Do that.
Karima says, did the other agent that was supposed to get the C4 off of Callie, was she blowing up also? Yes, she definitely met her maker. She definitely met her maker.
She was the body that actually fell that we saw fall, because we didn't see any body parts of Callie at all. We just saw the dust, and then we see the FBI agent on the ground. So they didn't show anything of Callie. So yeah.
Yeah, and what would there be of Callie remaining? Like, would there be a skull, maybe? A couple of bones, ligaments, burnt, charred skin.
They ain't want to do that. They ain't want to do that to us. Who ain't want to do that to us? Who was probably looking for it? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. But yeah, she was definitely blown. She was blown away, literally. Let's see. Another comment. We're gonna go back. They could have been gone a long time ago, but they wanted the money. Yeah, they definitely could have That would have
Yep.
been Georgia Lewis. They definitely could have been gone. All of them could have been gone a long time ago, but they're too busy trying to get the money. Got to get the money.
Yep.
Got to get the money. And yep, Renee Beckham, they still don't have the money.
Still.
Nobody has the money.
And they ain't even talking about it right now. Nobody's talking about it at all. Yeah.
At all. And plus the especially Joan and Ruth, they know that the money in the bank is frozen. So at this point, it's just like, we got to get the heck up out of here. They just wanted us to see Blind and Stumpy. I guess that's what it was, baby. They just wanted us to see Blind and Stumpy. I agree. What up, Bobby Ray? Thank you for tapping in.
Yo.
We absolutely appreciate you.
What up? What up?
Let's see. Soul Robinson, Sweet River. I saw that comment. I believe the highest will tell Ruth himself about what happened to Ruby.
Yes, I agree.
Out of spite. Out of spite.
Yeah.
Bastard.
This is what happens when you betray the Raku. Look over there. Look, it's your baby. She's gone. Like, he's that evil like that. Crazy.
Yep. So
Bone fragments. I saw that. Crazy.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
It was dust and bone fragments. Jeez.
Yep. Because all the C4 was surrounding her. The ammunition, the gunpowder, what I call it, the gunpowder, the sticks, everything was surrounding her little itty bitty body. And so this is the moment, everybody, this is another moment. Nobody trusts this guy, or they're questioning his intentions. For me, my thoughts were, is he a part of the FBI? Because the FBI did say they had some people standing out there with the people, the plants that are trying to get in on the Rockadoosh compound. Then what you think about people questioning whether or not him and Elder Mother Marva might have some type of connection because of the way that she looked at him, or the way he looked at her, I should say.
The way he looked at her. Yeah, I saw that. I watched it again and I was like, I mean, there could be a couple of reasons why he's looking. Maybe that's maybe that's her son. Maybe that's a reach. Because if it was her son, she would have recognized him. Okay. But when I think he may have been looking like, yeah, we about to eat because I've been out here chanting all day and all night and I'm hungry. Because she was like, we gonna make a feast. He was like, great, because I'm starving. That could have been that look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a black man out here, you know what I'm saying, praising the Raku. I'm hungry as hell. Please feed me because I'm hungry. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to reach and say, oh, that's her son. No, I'm not going to reach and do that. That's not going to be my reach. But I think he was just hungry and happy. He's like, we going to get fed? Oh, yeah. Well, he has no idea what he's going to be fed.
Right. Yeah. And you don't want to eat from anything Elder Mother could, because she put that stuff in there. But I wish there was somebody for Elder Mother. I wish there was just a part of her past life. You know, the way Joan had Laura and Aaron. I wish there was a part of Elder Mother's past that, you know, kind of came into play, just to be like, Mama, I'm here to get you off the compound. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, even if they don't last long, just a little. They might go to the Raku together, but you know.
And with all fairness, with all fairness to the possibility of that happening, of that being the son, Elder Mother could have left him when he was a teenager, right? Went to the Raku all these years. Now he's a grown man with dreads, look different, got a beard, got this, that, and the third. She may not recognize him. So to go along with y'all, you know, y'all theory or possibility, hey, she might not recognize him, but he recognizes her. Yeah.
And for me, and another thing though, why I said his I felt like he could possibly be a plant from the FBI is just only because of how programmed his answer was. My name is Franklin. I'm from Pennsylvania. And he kind of stalled when he said he's from Pennsylvania. So, you know, I'm hoping they'll give us a little bit more before this season comes to an end. Keep in mind, you guys, tomorrow we are definitely going to receive the season finale. Yes. So y'all lace up your boots because it's about to go down. What up, Marcy?
Get ready.
Thank you for tapping in.
Ready. What's up, Marcy? You know, like honestly, I'm not even going to give the FBI credit at this point because the way that they are moving, it's so elementary. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we want to do something, but we can't do nothing. And it's the same position. They're in the same position Desiree and Kyle have been all this time. You know what I'm saying? And they just barking orders to barking to do this and barking to do that. So, it's I think if he's anything, he's not FBI. He may be CIA or some other alphabet organization. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't give the FBI that much credit because they're not moving properly at this point.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna see. A lot of people kind of I base that on just them saying that they got somebody in the crowd, that the FBI said they had somebody in the crowd that when they go on the Rocket Dish compound, they're gonna go with them. So it might not even be him. It may could be somebody totally different that we don't even really pay attention to. And so we'll
somebody
see.
we haven't seen yet. Somebody we haven't seen yet.
Somebody
that was in the crowd. We know that they're going to jump the fence. We already know the FBI going to jump the fence. Spoiler alert. That was in the trailer, family. It was in the trailer. So there you
go. But this one question, this one question right here that I had, River, you control the gates. Regardless of what Obadiah is doing right now, you literally control the gates. You control the punishment trailer area. You could have moved these soldiers, told them go do a perimeter check and go in there and talk to Ruth. But now at this point, they're thinking, oh well, she gonna want to leave after what has just happened, and one else, this is when they come to the conclusion Joan has to be the one to go in there and tell her, but they can't get in there because the guards are there. You own the guards, Daikon. You are the Daikon. What the heck? that frustrated me. That was another scene that just frustrated me, bro. You are the Daikon. Go tell them to move.
I agree. I totally agree with you, and I don't know. Maybe it was too much going on. Whoever wrote this, maybe there was too much going on where it's just like, just move with the whole. Let's try to escape and make it more difficult. And he could have made it way more easier. So I definitely, I see you, baby. I definitely agree with, you the one commanding people right after you beat Andrew. And you go here, and you guys cover this fence, and you was barking orders. Now all of a sudden you can't bark orders no more. I totally agree with you.
You shook.
Yeah,
you saw that baby go boom, and now you shook.
That messed him up.
That statement about it being a spoiler alert, like you say, it was in the trailer, but also Jay, they even mentioned the FBI mentioned at nighttime, which is the blackness, when it gets dark, that's when we're gonna go on the compound anyway. That's our plan. Now, how is Obadiah? Who the heck is working with him? Because I forgot, he did say because of his knowledge, he is he's aware of how the FBI. I see Osokwe. I'm gonna get to his comment.
I see you.
He knows how the FBI moves anyway. So I was about to question who's telling him this, but again, for some reason, Obadiah knows it all.
Look, Obadiah is the one that probably put together that bomb. You know what I'm saying? Remember, that's what they said. They said, this thing has a trigger. So, he's the one that put all that together. You know what I'm saying? So he has that level of intelligence, and he probably has some, army background or military background, or all of that stuff. That's why he's walking around with that axe, because anybody could get it at any given time. But let's see what our brother, Roundtable member, writer extraordinaire, Asokwe Vasquez, has put in the chat. He's in the building. Okay. What up? What up?
Feels like the highest forgot about his child. He hasn't mentioned the child in a while. Even when Ruth vomits, she doesn't even think it could be something related to the child. Thoughts about this?
Yeah.
You want to go first, Jay?
No, you can go first. Ladies first.
All right, no problem. I think as far as her child, she's not putting two and two together that something is wrong with her child, but she knows that something is wrong. She just doesn't know, exactly what it is. She just doesn't know. And I mean, and as far as the highest, when she betrayed him, he could care less about the child. When she said that when she was attempting to leave the Rockadusha compound with baby girl Callie, the highest could care less about her being pregnant. You saw he beat her down in public, stomped on her. I don't think he stomped on her stomach because she grabbed her leg. I could be wrong, but if she was losing the baby, she'd have been not just vomiting, she'd have been hemorrhaging. So to me, the highest could care less about Ruth, the baby, we need his ghost mom to come back and talk a little sense to him, talk a little bit about that baby. But yeah, no real educated response to that. I just as far as the child, the something happening to her child, she knew something was wrong. She just couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was in regards to Ruby/Callie.
Well, as we have all established, the highest has abandonment issues. So when your stepfather brings your wife to be or whatever, and the mother of your child, your baby mama, and it's like, yo, you try to leave, you trying to betray her, you try to leave me. Oh, everything is off. We ain't getting married. I don't care if you had a baby or not. You tried to betray me. You tried to leave me. So of course he ain't thinking about, as you mentioned, I agree with you. He ain't thinking none about that child. Now it's back to the mission of the Raku. Now it's back to, let's get these people in here. Now it's back to the two plans. Two plans is what? The unthinkable, which already happened, and the crossover. So it's back to, you betrayed me, up is back to the regularly scheduled program with me and my stepfather. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it, Pops. What? You trying to leave me? Go to punishment trailer. I'm gonna stomp on you real quick. And with her throwing up, we talked about it already as far as the maternal, connection and not knowing exactly what it is, but you're throwing up. We already talked about that. Her being sick also has something to do with the baby. You know what I'm saying? Because she has been sick, that whole morning sickness stuff and all of this and that. So it has something to do with the baby, but I don't think the baby's gone unless all this stress and this stinky punishment trailer and everything going on is just eliminated the baby. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Only the writers can tell us that. But yes, we want Pearl back. Pearl needs to talk to him again, but I think he's so far gone that I don't think Pearl is going to convince him to stop doing this plan. He's all about my retaliation for anybody trying to abandon what I've created. I've created this whole world of the Raku. So if you abandon me, you are betraying me because you said you love me. You love the Raku. This is paradise. This is what is going on in his head. So you betray me, it's done. You're out of here. You're done. And that's most people in the world, right? You betray people in the real world, they're done with you. You're dead to me. So that's what it is. Ruth is dead to him right now. But I believe he will pull her out to say, look, this is all your fault, and blame Callie being gone on Ruth. That's what I think is going. Yeah.
That bastard.
Shout out to Pearl, though. Christine.
Birth mother, I just wish we would have got one more moment, even if it was her bragging in his face. See, I told you she didn't love you. She only was having your baby because she was afraid of you. Like, I wish just because, but
hey, you never know. She may come back in the next episode. You never know, to do that.
I mean,
I told you.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as Ruth, that mother intuition, I've and not just speaking on my personal self, but I've had that moment before where I was, and I talked about this on another live, but I was just like restless for some reason one night. And of course, unfortunately, it was something going on with my daughter. So mama's had that intuition, regardless whether it's that baby, that demon seed that's in her stomach, or baby girl Callie who has gone up to the Raku. She knows that something for sure is not right. And I just like,
Yeah.
Huh?
What if the
No, I was
baby's
gonna say I
actually
actually
kicking
go
her
ahead.
like, you betrayed us. You was trying to get us away from the Raku and is really trying to talk to her now and just making her throw up. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, I like that they wrote that situation where you in there talking the whole time with Andrew and you chilling, you cool as far as, y'all talking, nothing happened. Then
Yeah.
kaboom, the trailer shakes and now all of a sudden you sick to your stomach. So I like that they wrote that in there. I like that they wrote that in there. And maybe I'm sure it'll be explained hopefully it'll be explained in the next episode.
Right.
But yeah, this was wild. This was wild. This was wild.
Wow,
Let's see.
baby,
Let me go
wow,
through.
baby, wow, baby, wow.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony Bless for the dopest theme song there is in my eyes.
Word.
Let's see. We're gonna go to the comments, a couple more comments real quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Because Soul Robinson says, I still believe Ruth is carrying Anthony Daikon, baby. He hit that more than once in the previous season. Listen, it could have been the 7. She could have been pregnant by one of the 7. Y'all do remember, one of the 6, because Andrew couldn't get it up,
Andrew didn't
but
do
everybody
it. Right.
else didn't have no problems, doing what they did. At least from what seeing. Pearl told him, everybody that you love will leave. That's right. That's right, baby.
Yep. Yep.
Marcy says Ruth is going to turn into the Tasmanian devil when she finds out about Callie. She better. If they write if they write her any less, I won't believe it. Ruth felt the life leave when her child was unalive. A mother knows. I got you.
I agree.
See, that's that intuition. A good mother knows her child as children. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. One more. That baby ain't saying nothing. That baby never talks. That baby never talks.
Saying, stop! Don't do it. It was fun. That was hilarious. Whoever wrote that was hilarious. It was like, don't. It's me. It's your son. I'm talking. That was funny, yo. Don't take out Joan. I was dying. I was laughing at that one.
Father. The baby said, Father.
Father. Yeah. Like, oh, my son. My son is talking to me. Yo, that was funny. It was hilarious. Man, yeah. So
we get to this moment right here, y'all, where they're outside of River's mobile home trailer and they getting ready to leave. Like, they're getting ready to bounce. But River said, they're telling River, Joan and Zane are telling River, call the FBI. Yeah, call the FBI. And in my mind, I'm yelling, don't get on that phone until y'all get close enough. Do not get on that phone. But he didn't listen. He listened to them and ended up
nervous as hell,
saying what he had to say. We were gonna meet y'all. Yeah, we'll meet y'all. Call us when you get a little closer, so on and so forth. And your boy Obadiah walks up on him like a ninja, busts him in the mouth with a blicky, with the pole, and that's it. That was the end of the episode.
I knew I couldn't trust you. I knew I couldn't trust you. That's what he said. I knew I couldn't trust you. But he had the crew behind him too. So, man, look, like he knew there it is. They got the crew behind him. Man, Obadiah is running the show. Yeah, Obadiah's running the show, man. Crazy.
Let me read this comment right quick.
Yeah.
You want to read it? He from Trinidad. I know you got that accent, Jay. You want to read this one?
What's up, my brother? Curtis Brown from Trinidad in the building. AJ and Tika, this is your boy, Curtis Brown from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, later tonight, the last episode of Ruthless, season 5, because business about to pick up. Yep, I mean, this is wild. Yes, this is the last episode of season 5, episode 18. And just so you know, get ready in Trinidad and all over the world. You know, we are worldwide. Ruthless Roundtable worldwide. We're going to give you a treat. We're not going to wait till next week to react to episode 18. Tika and I will be reacting to episode 18 tomorrow. So mark on your calendars, look in our live section of our channel. You'll see what time we're going to go live with this, but we're going to react, me and Tika, to this finale episode, and we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you raw. All right, so get ready for that because that's going to be crazy because we got something special lined up for next week that I think you guys are going to love. All right, I'm not saying that. I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. All I can say is prepare to be sick of me because I'm going to have a lot. After this last episode, y'all going to get tired of me. I'll probably be here all weekend talking. Well, I got to celebrate my baby's birthday, but after that, y'all
Yes, we do.
Prepare to be sick of me. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
but, yeah. So we do have a what's next kind of moment. BET Plus put out a couple of images. I don't know if you saw them, had a chance to see them yet, Jay, but I kind of put them, like in the video form. So I'm gonna play those real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! Listen, we got to talk about this image right here, Jay.
Go.
Let me pull us back up on the screen real quick.
Oh man! It's over. It's over. It's over.
It's over with.
It's over, fam. It's over. They are done. They out of here. Ain't no coming back from this. Again, another group trying to leave and trying to abandon the highest. He got them on their knees.
I'm gonna blow it up for y'all real quick. Let me blow it up real quick, and then I'll give us I'll bring us back.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at River.
They beat him down. Man. Obadiah.
Look like Joan got swung on too.
Yep.
Whoa.
Crazy, dog. They ain't touched Zane. They ain't touched Pretty Zane. They ain't touch her.
So far, they haven't touched Zane.
They beat the bricks off of that boy.
All the way off.
Wow.
All the way off.
Wow. Yep. Crazy. Crazy.
It's also the moment where they gonna have that Kool-Aid too.
Exactly. Because he got the fatigues on and he gonna be like, everybody drink. But he ain't drinking nothing. He gonna watch everybody go.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let me take this money and we gonna bounce. Come on, Step Pops.
Look at her. Smiling. She ready to drink the Kool-Aid. You think
Kool-Aid? I made the freshest batch of the Kool-Aid, the grape flavor, not the fruit punch, not the red. That's the flavor, red.
Red.
She made the grape for purple, for the Raku.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is gonna be wild, family. Are you guys ready for this right here? This may be the end of River, Joan, and Zane. Like everybody else is gone. You know what I'm saying? Lacey's gone. Tally's gone. Like everybody else is gone. Oliver's gone. I ain't hear Oliver's name in a long time, right? You know what I'm saying? Lilo's gone. Everybody's gone. Like, man, who's gonna be in season 6? The new people?
Listen.
Yeah. Y'all ready? You ready, T? What's up?
Not at all. Because when they showed this, I kind of felt, if you can recall on the image that they give us, where the highest is standing up behind the crowd and talking about them drinking the Kool-Aid and all of that stuff.
Yep.
And I see 2 images, 2 women hair braided backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to myself, and I was like, girl, you might be wrong. But I said to myself, dang, that might be Zane as well as Joan.
Mm-hmm.
And then they pull out this image today. And I was like, dang, I hate that I was right about that.
Yeah. This image right here is very disturbing. Yeah. What happened to Paula? Yeah, I was going to do a whole video what happened to Paula, but again, we have nothing letting us know what happened.
You could make 1,000 videos and they gonna still want to know what happened to Paula.
It ain't gonna give us the answer that we need. It's not even gonna give me the answer that we need. But again, she's gone. She ain't coming back. This is again another disturbing image. I think this is the end. Your man may break out the samurai sword and just whoosh, do what he did to Anthony, the Daikon Anthony. He's the one that took out Daikon Anthony. He's the one that chopped his head off. So yeah.
Yep. And that was it, Jay.
That's
That was
it.
weird. Those other images are simplistic, but this
Yeah.
one right here, I was just like, oh my gosh.
This one says it all.
Oh
This one
my
says it
God.
all. And he doesn't have his Daikon suit on anymore. And
Nope.
man, everybody in fatigues, man. It feels like we're coming to the end of the road, but I can't let go. So Tika, how you feeling about us winding down? You know, I keep asking you this almost every day because you the ruthless addict and you've been doing this since day one. Like, how do you feel? What are your thoughts? What are you going through emotionally right now?
I figure, I mean, I'm gonna be realistic. There's all good things come to an end. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hurtful to see some of the characters that we've literally grown with, or kind of mentally challenged our mentality by
Yeah.
watching this crazy show.
Yeah.
I all good things come to an end at some point. Of course, I'll be sad when we get season 6 and there's no more after that. I'll be like, dang, now what am I gonna do? But see that the Ruthless has taught me is to not just be focused on one thing. Learn
That's
how
right.
to find other things that you love to talk about, other shows that you can gravitate to, and just move on. You know, it could have been a situation where, just like the other show that, dang it, I know the name of it. The other show that Robert Craighead, Sheriff Conley was in, he and Brad Benedict, oh man, I just talked about the show that they need to bring it back,
Yeah.
but they only gave us 4 episodes of that show. This one, or not 4, was it 4 or 6? Either way, it was super short. And for them
Okay.
to literally give us this show right here for 5 seasons, literally 5 years, take us through the
5 years.
pandemic. Because I promise you, this was the only reason why I subscribed to BET Plus, was because of Ruthless. We went through the pandemic with it. We came over the bridge of the pandemic. We kind of, the show was coming and going, but they were still, it was still coming. And now at some point, it's not going to be coming at all. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. That's all I can say right now. I
Yeah,
can't
nah,
cry
I feel
over
you.
spilled, as they say, you can't cry over spilled milk. You just kind of move on and find another love, another passion, another.
That's honest. That's honest. And you know we cover a lot of shows, a lot of different shows. You know what I'm saying? This one definitely our guilty pleasure. Am I gonna miss it? Of course I'm gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? But again, when the show ends, we're not going to stop. You guys know that, right? We're going to continue to go. There's going to be a lot to talk about, breakdown, videos, lives. We're going to get into the psyche of the mind of the highest. We're going to get into the psyche of the mind of Ruth and everything else like that. And we're going to have a lot of special guests. We're going to have a lot of people come through and chop it up with us because we're going to have a lot of questions, especially the writers. Shout out to Asokwe and everybody else. So we're still gonna be here talking about this well after season 5 is over and well after season 6 is over, family. So don't you worry. We're not gonna stop immediately and be like, we're done. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna keep going. And we look, season 6, we have no idea how they're gonna play this out. Right? Will Ruth still be alive? Will River, Joan, and I mean, again, we've seen them in situations like this before. You know what I'm saying? So they've survived. So they may not be out of here. Who knows? The FBI could jump the fence at night, the way they said at the time, and save them. You never know what's going to happen. Only the writers and Tyler Perry knows. So keep the faith, keep hope. We're going to continue to be here. Ruthless Roundtable, we're going to continue to press it out. But do we want to make this announcement right now, or we want to wait till tomorrow?
No.
Okay. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. I know. I'm mad excited. You know I'm mad excited, but we're going to wait. And that's what I said on my live earlier. I said, nah, I'm not going to say anything now. We're going to keep y'all focused on the show. BT Plus tonight.
Right.
BT Plus tonight, okay? Make sure y'all watch. Full episode recaps coming from myself. Hopefully Tika will do one as well for this finale. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow. First reactions, we're really second or third or whatever. We're going to give our reactions live. So get ready. Lock in with us. Lock in with us. Get ready. Thank you for everybody for coming through. Osokwe said something. Let's see what our brother said.
I'm gonna get to it, but prepare to be
Okay.
sick of me, because not only am I gonna be doing the first reaction, but I also be doing Ruthless conversation with EJ the TV Junkie. Then I'll probably come back one more time and do another fan reaction, Ruthless conversation. It's gonna go down. Like I said, y'all just prepare to be sick of me all this week, all this weekend. It's all about Ruthless. And I just want to say thank you to the writers who have been willing to come through and engage with us, especially Osokwe.
Yes.
Oh my God, Jesus, Brandon, all of them have been amazing.
Megan, shout out to Megan.
Megan, yes, Megan Dang, yes. All of them, the one female on the crew, shout out to her. Shout out to everybody who has been willing to. We got Cheryl Conley that came through the Ruthless Roundtable. We had the birth mother come through, Christine Stefani, Sammy Ray, also known as Mariah. So this season 5 part B, or season 5 in general, Jay, has been, for the Ruthless Roundtable, has been full of blessings, has been, just a joy. Like, I've really enjoyed talking about, even though the moments have been dark with Ruthless, I still enjoy, having these conversations.
And we're going to continue to have the conversations. Like I said, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. The videos are not going to stop. There's going to be so much to talk about after this episode tomorrow that, man, just know there's going to be way more fire content coming, even more so. You know what I'm saying? And we got a special thing going on. All right, that's it.
He's so excited.
I'm very excited. You know what I'm saying?
Let me think about it.
Our executive producer, my co-executive producer. Look, my co-executive producer is always at work. You know what I'm saying? She is the executive producer also for public relations, and she made some magic happen. And I am super like, yo, let's go. But nope.
After you read Osokwe's question, then you can announce it, Jay.
What'd he say? Nah. We're gonna hold out. No. We're gonna stay true. Okay. We're gonna hold it out. Okay. He said they should follow the current trends and do a Ruthless prequel. The rise of the highest from prison to the compound that would satisfy the void of OG Ruthless ends. Now, my brother, we on the same page, because I mentioned that and created a whole logo that said Ruthless Origins. And I put it in my community tab, my post. So it's funny you say that. And yes, that is the current trend, with power origins and all of this and that. So, I mean, that would be great, but it's all up to Tyler Perry, what he wants to do. We know that man is a very busy man. So we'll see what happens, man.
I mean, but he ain't got to do nothing. I'm just saying, respectfully, he don't have to do anything, because he has a whole writing squad. He has plenty of space. I've been on Tyler Perry Studios, so he has plenty of space to get the work done. It's all on the Rockadooshie compound. They got a jail they can set up as a prison. I know how it go down over there. They can make it happen. Like,
I think if the people want it, if we had to put together a petition, if we really showed that we truly want it, and we made sure that the ratings go up, especially in this last season of Ruthless, I think everybody who really wants the Ruthless Origins to happen, everybody has to watch. Everybody has to participate. Everybody has to be in it in order to show and prove. It's all about the numbers. You know that, guys.
Yep.
It's all about the numbers and the ratings and everything else like that. So I think if there's a demand, the supply has to meet the demand. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Definitely. And go to those little critic websites, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes. Go drop your rating over there about the show. Like, give it big it up. You know what I mean? Give it some credit, as because you keep watching every week, just like us. So go give it some credit. Go show some love to it. Maybe, maybe that'll boost it to where they say, oh yeah, there is a demand. It's almost like supply and demand. There is a demand for Ruthless. Let's go ahead and do what Osokwe suggested, and Jay has suggested in the past as well. Ruthless Origins, Ruthless prequel. whatever.
Yeah.
Bring it back, just to satisfy the Ruthless addicts, the
He
Ruthless
said, "Well, I'm
fam.
demanding." Ashley's funny. Well, I'm demanding. Look, roll with it. IMDb, okay. Roll with Rotten Tomatoes. Roll over there. If you feel it's a 5-star, 10-star, whatever it is, make sure y'all do that and put that in. All right, register. Register is free, right? Register your email. Go up in there, make some comments, do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? What's my brother saying now? What about my brother saying? My Trinidadian brother saying? What it say? What it say?
T Vasquez says, for us writers, it has been our absolute pleasure, honor to be on the roundtable with you guys. Yeah, y'all did not have to be with us. Y'all could have been somewhere else, and you all took out your time and to come and hang with us, and we definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. But
we definitely appreciate it.
It doesn't stop here. Just like Jay says, I continue and try my best to follow everything that all of the writers on Ruthless are doing. You know, I try my best to keep up with what they're doing. Do my stalker thing, as they say. And y'all doing y'all thing. So, you know, it's an honor. It's an honor to be in the virtual room with such creatives. And
absolutely,
you know, just super excited for what you all have coming up next.
Oh yeah, I concur. I agree. And you guys already know you have permanent seats here on the round table. So Asokwe, we got to get you back up here, my brother. After, you know, the episode ends, and because we got a lot to talk about, a lot to ask you about. And, you know, if there was any writing being done by yourself in season 6, we would like to know about that as well. So yeah, we want you to come back up and see who else we can get up here. And we're going to do this reaction tomorrow. And I think at the end of that, make sure y'all come through. I think at the end of that first reaction for 18, we should announce what's about to happen next. So hold tight, lock in, fam. Make sure you watch the recaps, because we're going to drop the recaps sometime tomorrow, right? And make sure you watch everything Ruthless that we do. It's going to be crazy.
And also, when we put out this announcement tomorrow, for those of you that are going to have questions, we need y'all to send those questions to our email. Not no later than the end of Friday. Like, I need to get it to the talent.
Yep.
As soon as possible. Friday would be the best time for me. No later than Friday. I should say Thursday, but no later than Friday. We need questions, because I'm telling you, y'all gonna want to ask this individual some questions, and I'm gonna keep it. Keep it hush right here.
Once we announce it tomorrow,
it.
Right now again, you're also a VACAY VIP, so you already know, and you're the coordinator of the public relations, so you already know. But my VACAY VIPs already know. Once we announce it tomorrow, then we'll let you know. Yo, make sure you get those questions in, because they got to know who they're questioning. So we'll announce it tomorrow. We'll announce it tomorrow. This way,
that's what I said. When we tell them,
you guys, man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how much we love this show, and we love the actors on this show. And we love you guys. That's why we doing this. You know what I'm saying? What you say? I would pray. I'm praying for Ruth.
Praying for Ruth tonight. She gonna need it.
Pray for Ruth. Pray for River. Pray for Joan. Pray for all of them. If you saw the image, pray for all of them. It's gonna be wild. Baby, wow, baby, wow, baby, wow, baby, wow.
We don't want Elder Mother to pray for nobody. We see what happened when she prayed. Baby
That's
girl
right.
got kaboomed.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. I'm ready.
Yep.
Tonight's the night. You ready?
Yep. I'm ready. The whole squad ready.
Whole squad ready. We appreciate you, family. We do.
Yeah, and we just want to thank everybody for coming in and engaging with us tonight. This is the episode before the episode, and over 59 plus people at a time have been in and out. Y'all lit this thing up tonight, and we absolutely appreciate you all. With that being said, I'm not gonna go down the list and read everybody's name. Just know I appreciate you guys, because it's a whole lot of y'all that actually took out a moment to comment, but.
Yes.
Unless Jay want to read all his names, he more than
welcome. I'm good. Family, you know who you are. We appreciate y'all for coming through. We appreciate your love, your support all these years, and rocking with the round table. look, we got some more stuff for y'all. So get ready. Hold on to your seats, because tonight is going to be something crazy. I'm just saying.
Definitely.
I'm just saying. Like, I haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to be watching it with y'all. And I'm not trying to hype it. I just know.
You
It's
can't
gonna be
help but
something
know.
crazy. It's going to be something crazy. So I think they're going to end with a bang. Asokwe, you can let us know, yes or no. I believe, it's going to end with a bang. So get ready, family. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it right here at the Ruthless Roundtable with VACAY-JayTV. Your girl Tika
Hey.
Deshawn right here at All Things Ruthless. Just as Jay said,
Hey.
come back tomorrow, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going down. Ruthless First Reaction. We're also going to give you guys our individual recaps. So be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. That's coming. So again, like I always say, prepare to be sick of me. It's going down, y'all. Y'all have an amazing night, and y'all stay ruthless.
Salute.
Hey.